This is just an update on that weather portal that I was trying to make a bit ago. Making some progress. This is kind of it's the main page. Um, the background is actually current. It's 4 p.m. in Palmer. It's obviously 8 p.m. in Florida, and everything's dark there. So a lot of background choices. You can there's the CONUS GOS loop. There's an 8-hour Alaska satellite loop if it ever comes up. It takes a moment. And so there's your current one. It's a pretty big feed, but that's real time. Just go back to the Earth view, which is my favorite. But I want to just walk down this column here and show you just some of the features. All right, so let's try to find some place not real close. Shemya comes to mind. What that does now, when whatever's in this station ID box here is where all of these links will center on. So if we go to, let's just go down to FAA weather cams, and there we are in Shemya, just like that. Okay, these are pre-configured windy links. I'm gonna change this back to Palmer, because there's more exciting stuff happening here, and this is just to show you the advantage of them. So to go onto windy and make a model comparison, it takes quite a few keystrokes to get to where you can build the whole thing, and because we click back to Palmer, we're centered on Palmer and not Shemya, which that's kind of a cool thing. Let's run around. I'm building model graphics right now. They're kind of in their juvenile stage, if you could say it that way. First time I've ever done it, so I'm learning a lot, but it's coming in handy. Okay, so like I'm just going to look at the GFS. It's a pretty windy day, and we've been having these wind patterns, and this is what they look like. Kind of a long wave, really compressed bunch of isobars that spill out into like the end of a venturi and blow our planes over. But anyway, and you can kind of scroll through here and keep clicking until you find heaven, and that would be somewhere on Friday. Saturday, are we there yet, kids? There, yeah, so we're starting to get pretty close. We're not through. There we are into Saturday, and that's going to be good weather. All right, so going back to the main page, I'll skip a couple of these because they're bundled into other parts of it. This is the observations page. I kind of spend a lot of time here, and this continuously updates, so it's an auto update. As you stare at it, the winds will just change every 5 minutes, and you can kind of see what we go through here in the valley is there's a circle of just beautiful calm, and all of us people that didn't know any better live in this wind hellhole that we occasionally read about on the internet. So it's gusty here, but you can land over in Meadow Lakes and other places and wonder what our problem is in Palmer, right? Okay, there's an add a user point. It's pretty simple. You just drop a teardrop, rename it, and then that'll fold right into the InReach weather program I got. But I want to move on to these, the meat of this stuff. It's METARs. This is a pre-configured set of METARs based on a radius around Palmer, but you can do it anyway. You can select them individually, or the radius feature is kind of cool. So I'll show you how it works if I can click correctly here. So let's pick some place not right here, go to Fairbanks, change it to 100 miles, because who wants to live in Fairbanks? So you got to go way the heck out to find more METARs. 100 miles gives you these right here, and then you can just punch them all over and whatever, check on the weather. So if you go through all these little cards here, you'll find that there's airport information by clicking on the airport. You can click on the actual METAR itself. It gives you the TAF. You can decode it, and then there's your NWS 24-hour and your weekly. There's other drop downs over here where you can chart trends. Okay, I guess that's cool. I put it in there. But enough of that. if you click on the row number, it brings you to this all-weather feature, which is kind of my favorite. And sorry, I don't care about you guys in Fairbanks. I'm going back to Palmer. And so we'll load that. All right, and so this is a lot of weather in Palmer. All right, so these are current METARs. This is your raw METAR here. Right down here is your it's a high frequency METAR, and it's got a 5-minute interval, whereas your METARs themselves are 1 hour. The reason why these are an exact agreement is because they're 2 minutes apart. This is 15:55. These are all local times too, by the way, and that's 15:53 now. As you get near that time changeover, say if we were at the 45-minute mark, these will be more valuable. They'll be more current. So I threw that in there. Got your TAFs. They're decoded. And it's up to you to set. Do you want this stuff in local? Do you just say it and it'll be in local? All right. It has all your NWS forecast here for, I forgot how far out we went. It's a week at least. Then we've got our hourlies. Moving on down. This is cool. It's that same big map, but based on a radius, so you can adjust this to how far from Palmer. Okay, so this is a 20-mile radius. You can go to the map. You can still see that same stuff we were looking at. Back to the table, and now this is cool. These are nearby cameras. If you want to, let's just bump this out to 50, and it'll update your cameras within 50 miles. These are all FAA cameras, and it'll tell you which ones are down, so you don't have to worry, why isn't Brian coming in? Or you'll just know it, and you don't have to look at their ugly little thumbnails that show you nothing. Okay, going down, this is one of my favorite things. Not everybody likes it. Oh, we're still stuck on Fairbanks here. I'm gonna go back to Anchorage right there. So there's your Anchorage. I call it an unskew for reasons, okay? So it is not skewed, it's linear. And so if you look at temperature, I'm a backcountry skier. I ski between 4,000 and 6,000 feet normally, sometimes up to 8 as season goes on. But right now I just have to look at this band. That's the temperature I can expect. I don't care about winds and RH, other than RH kind of tells you if it's cloudy, but let's go over to winds. This is what I really care about. So I look down this band, I go 7.5 miles an hour, 10 degrees. Hey, that's a ski day, except, shucks, blowing 50 at the home port. I don't think I'm going. All right, so that's kind of how I use it. Let's go to, SIGWIGs, they kind of changed the format. I actually like it. I'll say that, okay? But you got all of them, 36-hour. I need to make it where if you click on them, they go bigger. But anyway, here's your radar. There's nothing on the radar. Alaska's pitifully clear. Then you can have your PIREPs. You can bounce this out to 100 miles. It's actually not a bad PIREP. And then not a lot of people talking on today. Then your winds aloft. These are real important to me. 3, 6, and 9, okay, is what I look at. And then I can go to 12-hour, 24, and this is the last thing. I'm going to add more to this, but this is your sun and moon stuff. So good for if you're hunting and you wonder why there's no animals out. It might have been a full moon. Next, I'm going to go to the route planner and just show you how quick, and hopefully this works. I broke it this morning. So if we wanted to make a quick route between, I don't like that how the box covers it up, but we now have a route. We just created one randomly, but what the heck, let's just show the weather on that route. Why work hard? And so here's your METARs, and they're in the order of the route. All right, there's all the cameras, and they're on a corridor that's adjustable, 50 miles, okay? So we can adjust that corridor, but let's get tricky here, okay? So let's take this and let's just go ahead and invert that route, okay, which I just did. And then if you show the weather, all the weather is the other way around, like you're going the other way. So are your cameras, so is everything, instantly. I'm going to show you a couple more little routes just because I like this thing. All right, so here's let's do the Iditarod. Okay, so we got the Iditarod in. Iditarod 2026 rod. It's a ruffian. It took me like, 2 minutes to build this thing. But that's all of your points. Click, click, click. You save it, Iditarod. Oh, yeah. And if I were to take them all on floats this time of year, it'd take me 6 hours and 23 minutes. It's 767 miles and, almost 90 gallons of gas. I could just go in the Cub, of course. That would be different, and we'll get to whatever. Takes a lot longer to get there, but it would probably be a better choice of weapons for this time of year. Okay, and again, why not just show the weather for that route? It's kind of intense here. And don't break on me. All right, it didn't. So we got 16 METARs starting from Wasilla being the first one that we see. Oh, that's right, because I kind of started, I think I started in Willow. Yeah, and then there's your last one in Nome. You got your 4 TAFs. I won't click on them. There's 86 cameras. Now look how clear it is. Whoa. Good day. Anybody want to go to Nome? Head out. But by the way, you know it. Right here, Farewell is down. Check it out. All right, so let's, this is important. Marine, weather, come to me. All right, so these are your buoys that are floating out in front of Nome. Nome's got a couple of them. One of them is, I think these are, I'm trying to think of the ownership of these. It doesn't come to me right now. And this is, that's your marine forecast. So you have a few marine forecasts that apply along that route. All right, so, well, why not invert it? Invert the whole thing and show all of that weather again, completely inverted and backwards without having to think too hard. And so now you start in Nome, you end up in Wasilla, and all of your cameras are backwards. Your first camera's in Nome, your last is going to be up in Willow. Okay, so that's how that works. I kind of like it. That's about all there is. It's really easy to build these things. This is my own personal camera system. That's today, I think, right? Yeah, that's current actually, from a few minutes ago, just looking over at Colony Pass. That's only available to special people. Let's see, what else do I want to show? I got just a couple, I'm trying to think if I got anything else. Actually, that's probably pretty close. I do have a robust set of settings, okay? So if you go into personal settings, you can put I have American Patriot theme, military tactical, Northern Lights. Sorry, I don't have any flower purple haired people stuff. This is all just normal dude stuff. Let's see. Oh, you can put your default backgrounds. You can put your default radius. Your default radius are for your cameras, your PIRAPs. Geez, and then all your units and displays are all configurable. You can set up your planes, and mine's one of those nasty malls and a pretty beautiful Cub, of course. And then you just select your location, drop a little teardrop on there, and then the system. We got your number. We know how to find you. Okay, that's about kind of it. Everything else is boring. Hopefully this wasn't. Thanks for watching.